This next selection will let us demonstrate a lot of different rhythm section concepts. The first being chart management with the drum set. A drummer needs to wear many hats within the chart. In this chart in particular, it starts off with a very loud intro, and then there's a melody where we bring it down a little bit. Then there's a send-off into the soloist, and then we turn into a combo drummer, and then there's a sax solo, so we change cymbals. Then there's a shout chorus, so we get big. Then there's a recapitulation of the melody, and then there's the ending of the piece, which is nice and strong. So just in the way that I explain that is the way the drummer needs to think of how to build the chart and the strategy behind playing it. If you play it all with one intensity and one hat on, then it's really not going to give the tune enough depth. And each of the rhythm players has their own requirements for each of the things I just mentioned. So when we get strong, we all get strong together. When we turn into a combo, we turn into a combo together. This tune also illustrates some different feels, and one feel is a two feel. A two feel is basically 2 pulses per bar versus the 4 feel, which is 4 pulses per bar. Connor and I are going to demonstrate a two feel, but we'd like to demonstrate first a confusing two feel. So it's supposed to be 2 pulses per bar. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're playing around with the beat far too much. So now in our search of clarity and making things really understandable, we're going to really try to make the two feel very apparent. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you may have heard that we went into a 4 feel, and we have to make it very clear. So I went from hi-hat to a driving ride cymbal quarter note beat. And of course Connor then started to do a nice walking bass line. One other note about cymbals, I have to orchestrate the whole tune with my cymbals, and that helps me manage the intensity of the tune. And in this selection there is a sax solo. So for the sax solo, I'm going to go to my China cymbal, which is really going to give it a very dark, fat sound. And that's exactly what a sax solo needs to support it. If the drummer gets caught on a small cymbal for something like that, it's just going to sound silly. So we're going to play this tune for you, and please listen for 2 feels, 4 feels, combo, sax solo, shout chorus, and see if our rhythm section doesn't help navigate the intensity of the piece. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here's one of the greatest sax solos ever written. And please again, listen for the China cymbal to give it the darkness. Listen for what I call a constant, which is the cross stick. I'm going to do a constant on 2 and 4 to really lock in that groove and make it easy for the sax section to, keep their place and to really get this thing going. Also, regarding piano and guitar, it's not a good idea to have both of them comp during a sax solo. So what the fellows have done, they've just decided who's going to comp where. And when they do comp, it's very sparse. So we're not going to have the comping wars up there. So again, we're trying to achieve that clarity that I've been speaking about. Okay, here we go. Sax solo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. During that sax solo, we were focused mainly on the China cymbal and the constant 2 and 4 cross stick. But at the ends of phrases, and when the music allowed it, I threw in little fills and little, let's call it bombs with the bass drum. Just little accents to let it breathe a little bit and to propel it into the next phrase.